with Volkswagen honours at stake. On the outside, Nigel Griffiths, it's the rerun. We've seen what happened in the semi-final when these two went head-to-head. But is the pressure now on Neil Simpson? Because sometimes it can be better to be the underdog. Nigel Griffiths will absolutely hurl this car into this hairpin, and Neil Simpson doing likewise. But can they lock it up and spin it round? Simpson, brilliant execution of the hairpin, but he just doesn't quite keep the momentum going. Griffiths on the outside, superb.
Yeah, Simpson, well, he got the momentum going again. Here he comes now, climb up towards the bridge. He'll be having a quick shifty look in his mirror to see if Griffiths is there. Here he comes, across the bridge, takes the jump. He flies over there. A little bit of aerodynamic aid on the back, no doubt helping him. Here they come, round to the completion of the first loop. The Volkswagen car 45 Simpson comes out first, nips a little one of the rear wheels as he comes up through the corner. Let's keep a watch for the gap.
Oh, it's nothing in it at all. If anything, it's half a car's length, if that, to Neil Simpson as they cross and complete that first loop of the circuit. Great to see the skies clearing as these two diesels do battle on the Roger Clot circuit. The outside track for Neil Simpson, which is certainly going to give him a problem here at the hairpin, but he deals with that particular challenge with great aplomb, and Nigel Griffiths sadly gets a little bit bogged down. Well, Griffiths has to now think about digging deep, pulling on all his resources. He's got the shorter route home, but he will come across the Michelin Bridge about 3 or 4 car lengths back from Neil Simpson. But can Simpson get through the final corner safely? I think he might just be able to do it without planting the hard coat. He does indeed. Neil Simpson takes the victory, but
It's 56, Claire Moran that gets off the line slightly better than Rosemary Smith. Moran on the inside, Smith on the outside, car versus car.
well, remember Rosemary Smith, this is the lady that's got a great history in British rallying, well, I should say Irish rallying, really. Rosemary, who lives in Dublin, has come across for this weekend, and well, she works, drives for Roots, Lancia, Ford, Porsche and British Leyland. I was trying to ask her to remember what the British Leyland car was last night. She, would you believe, drove and rallied a British Leyland Maxi, remember the Maxi, all the way down to Mexico on the Mexico Rally, and well, this time she's upholding the Ford honours. What's going to happen on the outside then? Here they come towards us underneath the Michelin Bridge. The outside track there sees Claire Moran in the 56 car. Rosemary Smith though might just have advantage. This is going to be very closely run, as Richard just said. It is a terrifically exciting affair, and we think that Rosemary Smith might just have the advantage.
Rosemary Smith on the inside had an excellent first leg. She's got the inside, the slightly shorter route for the second loop. Claire Moran though, remember Claire Moran really did give Stoker a run for his money, and he was the overall winner. So this is just showing how close and competitive all of these drivers are. Very little in it. Smith up to the hairpin, brake lights on. Let's see how tidily she takes it. Well, plenty of experience inside that car, and my goodness me, that was a very smooth execution of the hairpin by Rosemary Smith. Almost textbook stuff, and some of the blokes will be envious of that one, I can tell you. But Smith now climbing up onto the Michelin Bridge, and we'll see Moran come out under the bridge as well. Moran comes under the bridge, slightly quicker than Smith, but it's head-to-head as they come now down towards the final section. Smith on the outside, Moran on the inside. It's going to be neck and neck to the flag, but Moran throws the car into the corner and gets the power down. Claire Moran was behind, but just needs it on the line. Rosemary Smith second. Brilliant
Corner of the car, it gives a great deal of traction. Sam Petch at the wheel of it then. Louise Goodman already had a run today in these conditions. Whether that's going to favour her, well, I doubt it very much, because Sam Petch can dig deep into a lot of experience. Yesterday, these two ran within 6/100ths of a second of each other. 6/100ths. This is going to be a terrific scrap. We saw the last one decided by just a wheel width. And look at the air that Sam Petch gets underneath the little Daihatsu. Terrific stuff from her. Louise Goodman, ITV's Grand Prix pit lane commentator, along with James, will they fight their way towards the final corner. This time round, it's the Liv. Oh, and Sam Petch just gets a little bit. Oh, and the car, well, what's happened there? She's lost a gear. Oh, has thrown her hand up in despair as she came out of the final corner there. Sam Petch, who's now on the outside in that 39 car, her arms just flung off the steering wheel in disbelief, because something there has either broken, or she's lost a gear or lost traction. Something's gone wrong. But, well, that's a shame, because it was shaping up to be a terrific scrap, this one.
It was on the brake light, still going fast enough to put the retardation equipment on for. But this is good news for Louise Goodman. But just a shame we're not going to get the grandstand finish that we had on this one. Louise, though, textbook stuff now to the end of the run, just a demonstration for her, as long as she keeps it on track, of course, and doesn't have a mechanical malady herself. Goodman, successfully does the bridge through the water splashes, off the loose, onto the tarmac, and into the closing stages. Brake light on the 57 car, keeps it on the tarmac, or she's going to use a little bit of dirt. Well balanced one wheel, crosses the line, takes the flag, and Sam Petch, meanwhile, is coming round and not too far away in the Avanzato that Daihatsu crosses the line and takes the flag. So
we agree there, the cars which allowed minimum modifications, not the big bangers which we'll see again later on, but Group N fiercely competitive, particularly in the Mintex National Rally Championship. But on the inside track there in 35, Mark Burden, and on the outside in 36,
Bambos Charalambas from Limassol in Cyprus.
Come a long way.
You gave that one to me, didn't you?
Yeah, it has indeed. Well, let's just see how they compare. This car of Bambos Charalambos, who is a brand new Mitsubishi. It's the Mitsubishi Lancer Evo 5. It's the brand new evolution. It was brand new. It was first campaign yesterday, and well, there's a lot expected of Bambos. He was trying to play himself in, whether he's now going to give it full Monty, so to speak. There we are on the start line, waiting for confirmation that the timing is reset. Guys there on the start line, they are asked to point to the lights come on red.
Burden versus Charalambas. Charalambas on the outside, Burden on the inside in the Escort, and Charalambas makes a brilliant start, but up through the gears. Burden's equal to that, the Escort pulls himself back into it. Bambos Charalambas, the brake lights go on and changes down, a little puff of smoke from the car. As Burden, though, I think got slightly the better of the overall start, and not just off the line. Here he goes, over the jump, through the little water splash, up to the hairpin. It stopped raining now, I think the track's drying out. We're going to see the time getting a little bit faster.
Your boyish optimism getting the better of it there, isn't it, Richard? Bambos Charalambas then in this glorious Mitsubishi, the Lancer Evo 5, remember? We've seen lots of talk about whether the Evo 5 is better than the Evo 4. Well, certainly I think it is. And look at the air underneath the car there. You get a real view of the underneath of an Escort Cosworth Group N spec with Mark Burden, Mark from Stockton-on-Tees. He was first in his class on the 1996 RAC, that's the N1 class, but rolled on a non-competitive section of the RAC. Who do we think's got it at the moment?
Not a lot of it. My money's on Bambos, actually, from the inside. I think he's just got it by a wheel, but we wait and see. It could all change on this section because Bambos has got to go through, over the jump and through that.
He was far too quick. Oh, he's all gone. Oh, that's the end of Bambos Charalambas. You worried him big time there, Richard. Well, poor old Bambos. What happened there? He just got so quick over the jump on the inside and careered into the banking, launched himself off the top of the banking, and almost went off across into lane one. He was very fortunate actually to hit that head on, because if he'd have hit it sideways, we'd have had a big roll on our hands there, and that's not what you want to do with your Mitsubishi Lancer Evo 5 on its first weekend's outing. Well, congratulations to Mark Burden. He sets a quick time. The motor trader from Stockton-on-Tees sets that quick time. Bambos will come through. What do you think back to the Group N cars from a few years ago that just didn't have all these extra bits of kit and sound and look so unbelievably meaty and beefy? And up on the start line here, Mark Worley in the Texaco Havoline backed number 32. Another Evo 5, the rope importer from Broadstone in Dorset, and on the outside lane at the moment.
Car 33, Vince Wetton. Vince paid a little visit to the Armco, or to the tyre barrier yesterday, didn't he? But got it all back together.
It was a bit more than a little bit, to be fair.
It's been kind to Vince, you know. He's there, isn't he? But he's there. Now, this is the run-off between 5th fastest and 7th fastest. That's the way they go. And a superb start by Wetton in the Evo 4, who really does get the nod on the Evo 5. So it's Wetton versus Worley. Bit of alliteration there, the two W's. Wetton manages to get past the danger point for him, and but Worley on the inside on this first loop, so we can expect him to come through in front as long as he keeps it, doesn't do a Bambos at the hairpin. He doesn't, he keeps it tidy, but tries to go up the outside, I think, with the bank kicks. It's the first time we've seen that.
Yeah, Mark Worley then on the inside track. Vince Wetton, well, he has got a Wetton, hasn't he? It's absolutely tippling it down, or it has been, and that's going to prove an interesting affair for him. But Vince Wetton yesterday, when Richard spoke to him at lunchtime, said, I think I was trying too hard. He said, if I drive like a puff, I might have a better chance at it. So we'll see whether that particular approach is going to work for him this time. His words not half a hasten to add, and at the moment, Vince Wetton really is on it. He's, well, did he? Oh, and it's slowed there across the line, though. He really did. I'm sure he missed a gear or bogged down or something, because Wetton wasn't as quick there. comes down the inside track. Well, he'll come across the yump this time. On the outside, though, Mark Worley fighting him back as they come to the hairpin. But look at Wetton on the inside. Oh, hold on there, Vince. His boots come out and he's trying to reload the shopping in there, I think.
Yeah, he had that problem yesterday, and I think it's a little aerodynamic tweak from Vince Wetton, the boot going up and down, but he certainly got the bit between his teeth. There he comes up over the Michelin bridge. Vince Wetton certainly driving anything but a move, I think. Here he goes, the boot flaps open. Here he comes down towards the final stage. Wetton definitely got the edge over Worley in this one, as long as he doesn't mess up the final section. Feeds the car in, puts the power down. Gets down, almost spins him out before the checkered flag. Two cars, Jeremy Eason and Roger Davis. Eason, the fastest man from yesterday.
What was amazing there about Vince Wetton, though, he was smiling, wasn't he, broadly like a Cheshire cat down here as he crossed the line, fighting for control of that car. But it is a terrific battle. Well, here we are then, with the next pair on the start line. Jeremy Eason on the inside. Eason, well, a name synonymous with British National Championships. And oh, he doesn't get a great start, though. Roger Davis in the Compomotive Wheels Group N Ford Escort Cosworth, the farmer from Shrewsbury, the Mintex Formula 2 champion of 1996, Roger Davis. He's on the outside and he got a cracking start, but look at Jeremy Eason flying there over the yacht.
Eason, the man from Oakham, mechanic by trade, so he knows all about preparing cars as well as driving them. Very good and clean there through the hairpin, but it's Eason, remember, I think clearly the fastest man yesterday. He'll be keen to repeat his performance here in the quarterfinal. Remember, it's against the clock, not against each other. Over the bridge, a huge jump from Eason. A little twitch on the car on landing, he collects it up. Going back off the loose, onto the tarmac, into the tarmac, feeds down towards the end of the first lane, the back end of the car starts to swing round. He gathers it up. Great stuff from Easton, spectacular style to the waster across the line, and Eason has the lead, a slight lead over Roger Davis.
He does indeed. Well, remember, Jeremy Eason yesterday was the 9th fastest overall. He put himself right in amongst those the open category cars, and that's a real demonstration of what he's up against. But look at Roger Davis, absolutely. Oh, and Davis's challenge foiled on the bank down at the hairpin, and he might just be locked in there. He's got to back it up and get it pointed in the right direction. And sadly, I suspect that the 1996 Formula 2 Mintex champion is going to be out. He's really up on the banking. And, well, bad news for him, but here comes Jeremy Eason. Look at him, great style marks from Eason. Car control from Jeremy Eason is just superb, and no surprise to see him beat. Well, it's just obscene, really. He's 4 seconds quicker. 4 seconds quicker than Vince Wetton.
The engine light will rise, the lights will go off, they go off, and it's an excellent start for Richie Oldfield on the outside, but Nick Foster, well, he's not going to be too far behind, remember, still against the clock, although on track at the moment, Foster versus Oldfield. Oldfield on the Mitsubishi Lancer RS Evo 4, built in 1998 to factory spec by Steve Hill. If you want a rally car built, go and talk to Steve Hill. There he goes, up on the outside. Foster does it, and Foster loses it at the hairpin. Oh dear, sticks it in reverse, gets it going again. That's very, very bad news for Nick Foster. Holfeld will have seen that in his mirror as he comes around the long outside run under the bridge. We wait for him to rejoin us as Foster goes up over the bridge. Here comes Holfeld, though, on the inside. Wipers going 18 to the dozen. Here he comes into the closing section of the first loop. Turns in, wide line in. Target time, remember, to beat the current fourth place man is earning fully 141.78.
Well, remember, Richie Holfeld, he's got a huge and very impressive CV behind him. He's the driving for the factory team, Rally Art Germany, in some World Rally Championship events this year. He's leading Group N Championship at this time. Was 4th overall in the United Arab Emirates Desert Challenge, and with 5 British national wins and 2 Manx National Group N wins to his credit. Richie is somebody that you have to favour, but he's going to be up against it here with Jeremy Eason, you have to think, because Eason's time of 1:33.22. Well, here he is, up over the top comes Richie Holfeld. Holfeld will come into the final corner, but I think we've got dramas on the inside track for Nick Foster. Foster has stopped, in fact he's aborted his run. Holfeld though, what is important? Holfeld on the inside, Mark Burton! Oh, Mark Burton gets a cracking start there from the outside. In fact, it's Jeremy Eason, I beg your pardon. So we got Eason alongside him. Well, that's just all a bit confusing. We've got the quickest 2 going off against each other, and that's not what we expected, but there we are. We've got a brilliant battle now going on. So,
and Holfeld's tried to do it NASCAR style into the hairpin before he's gone up the bank, and but that's given him a nice narrower line out. So Holfeld against Eason. Well, I'm not going to put any money on Holfeld in this one, but here they come across the over the crossover, and Holfeld over the bridge. A monumental leap from Holfeld, but Jeremy Eason's got him in his sight. Eason, well, snaking the car, trying 110% no doubt inside there, and my goodness me, he's had a fantastic, Eason's had another fantastic first loop.
Yeehaw! Jeremy Eason absolutely closing himself down on Richie Holfeld, but Richie Holfeld is going absolutely at it. We've got the fastest two out there at the moment. We were not expecting that, but it's a great challenge, a great spectacle, and look at the air that Eason gets to the inside. These two Lancers going absolutely at it, and Holfeld goes the wider way round, and that might just give him the momentum. He's fighting back on the outside. Jeremy Eason has the inside line. That's a shorter route home, but they want to set the quickest time. It's all about the quickest two times you can set, and I'm sure that these two, without meaning any disrespect to the others, Vince Wetton is up there, and Mark Burton, they're going to be challenging as well to be the quickest two. But this, if you want my money, what it's worth will be a repeat. This will be the final. Eason there, and here's Holfeld. Oh, and he's very quick. I'm sure
Can do, and it's a good start. Burton, I think, kangaroos it a little bit off the line, and that's a big advantage for Vince Wetton psychologically. On the outside line, it's Wetton in the third of the Mitsubishi Evo 4s, who leads away and got the better of the start. Burton's going to be furious with himself. The man from Stockton-on-Tees gets it all back together over the jump, through the little mini water splash, flicks the car to the left, right. He's at the hairpin now. Let's see how cleanly he does that. Just rides the bank. Oh, not a little bit, quite a bit, in fact, for Burton. And the burden he's got now is that he's got to try and catch Vince Wetton in the 33 machine. Vince Wetton in the Mitsubishi. There he comes then through the longer way round. He pops out under the bridge. Here he comes. Wetton now floors it towards the final section. Burton in front at the moment in the Escort. Wetton, remembers, got the inside line for the second loop, and Wetton has got him firmly within his sight now as he chases up. And you have to say, as they go on to the second loop, that Wetton looks as if he's got the upper hand.
yes, he does, Richard, and the business expect back of Vince Wetton. Well, you never know. If we've seen before hopes and dreams shattered on the banking down there. Look at the jump Vince Wetton goes through. Now, it's all about a tidy line through here. If he wants a 134.04, it's not tidy at all. In fact, it's all a bit of a shame that for Vince, because that surely is his hopes dashed of a final placing, but he could try and fight it back. 134.04 is the target for Vince Wetton. Same to Mark Burton. Well, here we come into the final section. Vince Wetton on the outside. We'll keep an eye on the timing. Speed, can he be tidy? He's going to run wide on the exit. Gets a bit of understeer. He's tidier at the finish. Hits it on the outside.
Jeremy Eason, you can just see from that performance around the hairpin why he's been the fastest man this weekend. He really has got it together, but Holfeld's got him within his sights. He'll be chasing now. He's on the inside. There isn't a great deal in it for as they come round to the completion of the first loop. Eason crosses the line now. Let's see where he is. He leads the top. And a great performance from Richie Holfeld, who's within striking distance of Eason. This could be a major upset. Holfeld's had a fantastic first loop as they go on to the far side. Eason versus Holfeld. This must be Holfeld's best performance of the day.
Well, it's superb stuff there from Richie Holfeld. Richie Holfeld there on the inside. Eason feeling the pressure in the... Oh, Holfeld ran wide on the banking. This is going to be a national line. Believe you me, it looks as though Eason's well ahead at the moment, but he has got the wider line to come round on. Richie Holfeld is sideways up across the Michelin Bridge. Unbelievable stuff from Holfeld. He is absolutely on it. It's going to be a national line. Eason needs to try and get the brakes on. Oh, Richie Holfeld. Stunning performance by him. He's going to run wide. The car length in it. Holfeld is... Junior versus senior. Baldwin on the inside, and away they go. It's a cracking start by Ian Whip.
Yeah, brilliant start for Ingram, but the old man says, no, you're not having the lead into the first corner, and he really does floor it as he goes through the right-hander down towards the jump for the first time. Well, the only time for him, because he'll swap lanes, so he goes through the little water splash, which is drying up now. Baldwin up to the hairpin. Let's see how tidily he takes it. Well, that's pretty good, actually, and Ian will have been watching that, and a little bit of a lesson perhaps for him as to how to do it on the next loop. But Bill it is that's coming up over onto the bridge, up to the top, across the top. He'll floor it. Let's watch the takeoff. Oh, massive jump, massive jump.
I'll tell you what, Bill, I think he's going to be just having the advantage here, although Ian is late on the brake through that very tight left-hand kink. He then forced the middle pedal, tries to spin the back end round, minding the Arco as he so does. But Ian Gwynn at the moment, Gwynn Jr., we have to say there, has the advantage. I was mightily impressed, by the way. Bill Gwynn got himself off the line there. He's just like a rocket, the bullet from the gun of approach it was for Bill Gwynn on the outside, but well, there's obviously a rally gene in amongst the Gwynn's family history somewhere, and look at that brilliant piece of drive. That's got to be the quickest round the hairpin we've seen all weekend. Great style from Ian Gwynn. If he can do that again in the runoffs for the Open class, which we'll see in about the next half hour, well, it's going to be terrific performance by him, but it's going to be close at the finish. You watch how late Bill Gwynn is on the brakes in the Impreza, because Ian Gwynn's got to run wide, and is he going to run wide? It's going to be a fight to the line. They're going to be side by side across the line for a place in the final, and away they go. Well, it's a quick drag down to the first corner. Marcus Dodd taking it nice and steadily into that first corner. Now, did he get the car off the line as quickly as he would have liked, or was that a predetermined plan to make sure he didn't chuck it into the tyre wall on the first corner? All about the hairpin. We've seen that all afternoon. Brian Lyle was supremely quick through there, and he is again. Marcus Dodd on the outside, likewise. Around that lane, he uses a bit of banking on the exit, but they come up towards the Michelin Bridge.
Oh, Brian Lyle, well timed. Here he comes up to the Michelin Bridge. He takes off. That's fantastic stuff from Brian Lyle. We wait for Marcus Dodd to appear from beneath the bridge. He does, takes the car. My goodness me. Lifts that so tight. He hits the tyre. Hits the tyre. Marcus Dodd really going for it. Lyle across the line at the end of the first leg. Let's watch the gap. It looks to me as if Lyle's got the advantage.
Oh,
yes, Marcus Dodd's got it all to do on the second leg.
Marcus Dodd really has got it to do, but remember, as he clips the banking, he's trying so hard. He's digging deep into all his resources. Lyle goes through the water splash. This is going to be a sensational jump from Marcus Dodd. Oh, he almost leaped into Bedfordshire. Never mind across into the hairpin. Tidy through there, clipping the banking on the exit, but at least he kept the momentum going, and that's going to be important. It's a very, very narrow margin that Brian Lyle has. Remember, Dodd has the inside line as the outside line, and we saw him run wide, and Dodd fights back on the exit as they come to the final corner. The quickest two will go into the final. The two has got a rally car. Brian Lyle trying to get him around the corner. Marcus Dodd runs wide. He's got to find the Arco, and he's into the Arco. Surely now, well held, Marcus.
They go a great start from Bill Gwynn in the blue machine on the inside. Ian Gwynn, well, perhaps left napping a little bit on the line, but he's got it all to do. We've seen traditionally the inside line being the faster one on the first loop, but it's Bill Gwynn at the moment that had the best of the start as he goes up over the jump and towards the hairpin. The flashlight's going again. Potentially this possibly might even be the final. Wait and see on the tyres, but Senior Gwynn through the hairpin, nice, clean and tidy. Ian Gwynn watching his father and gets his thoughts back on track as he comes around the outside. Bill Gwynn up to the bridge for the first time. Ian Gwynn comes underneath it, and here they come down towards the completion of the first loop.
And Bill Gwynn, the father, was not sparing it at all there. Here comes Ian Gwynn. Ian Gwynn might just have the advantage here. He breaks up, spitting the flame from the back end of that Subaru Legacy. Off the tarmac, yes, and Ian Gwynn Jr., that is, may just have the advantage by about a car length. Brian, I'm getting all confused now. Bill on the outside, trying desperately. Well, there certainly has to be an advantage, I'm sure, even if it's only psychological, but look how quick Ian is. Well, I thought he'd thrown it away there for a moment, but he's stunning at the hairpin. He was furiously quick off the jump, and they'll come up through the Michelin Bridge, and it's going to be a dash to the line. It's going to be very tight.
Ian Gwynn up over the bridge, Bill Gwynn through up under the bridge. Here they come. Ian Gwynn, a massive leap, a fantastic leap. It's going to be neck and neck. Ian on the outside, Bill on the inside. Here they come. Ian has the initiative as he comes around the outside, but Bill fights back on the inside. And Ian gets it wide. It's going to be neck and neck to the line. And it's just Ian Gwynn. It's just Junior Gwynn. What a remarkable race that was. And we look at the times, and oh my.
Going to take the third place. It's the final step on the podium. We wait for the red lights to come on. They're on.
Dodd v Gwynn, and a great start from both of them for my money. Dodd got slightly the better start in the Ford. It's the Ford that seems to lead away, and the brake lights go on, but takes it into the long sweeping right-hander down towards the jump. Marcus Dodd, last year's champion. A little bit of pride at stake here. He wants that third position, but of course so does Bill Gwynn in the Subaru. Into the hairpin they go, and Dodd does it a lot tidier than he did in the previous semi-final run-off. Remember, third place at stake here. Dodd will come down and go up over to the Michelin Bridge. Gwynn has to take the long way around. Here comes Dodd up over the bridge.
And can he learn from the error he made last time? It's a huge, big impact there. I think he's broken the front corner. He's sure he's broken the suspension as Marcus Dodd. It was a huge leap of faith. And surely there is a breakage there. Here comes Bill Gwynn now. Let's not take it away from him. Huge disappointment, I'm sure, from Marcus. And, well, he's certainly damaged something there on the number 1 Ford Escort World Rally car. He's going to pull off into the paddock. Well, he's given us some superb entertainment. Let's not take anything away, though, from Bill Gwynn. Bill Gwynn comes to the hairpin. He's got to complete the course in order to take that third and final step on the podium. And we are going to see for certain 2 Gwyns on the podium. And I'll tell you what, there can't be many sporting events at national level where you see the father and son both take the podium.
No, that's right. Here we go. Let's just watch a demonstration from Bill Gwynn as he comes around the final turn, leads the car in back in, just coming around slightly, gets it on the tight, takes the checkered flag for the third place run-off. Bill Gwynn in third position. He's going to get back in the paddock inside.
Best of 3. Who's going to get there? Brian Lyle on the outside. Ian Gwynn on the inside. It's a good clean start from both of them. The Aston Ultra back Ford of Brian Lyle on the outside. The inside, it's the youthful Ian Gwynn. He's just seen his father take third place. He wants the top spot on the podium. So too does Brian Lyle. And look at the huge leap into the air from Ian Gwynn through this tidy inside section. Now remember, Ian Gwynn was disappointed that he didn't take top spot last year. This time he's in his own car. It's the same car, the same make of car that gave him third place last year, the Subaru Legacy. Here he comes, huge leap again, and he bounces back down. And is he going to be off on the tarmac and onto the loose stuff before Brian Lyle comes back? Lyle is floating back on the inside. Certainly the grip is Ian Gwynn on the inside. They complete their first loop and start the second.
It's fantastic. It's brilliant to watch Gwynn through that hairpin. His style is so good, but look at Lyle really has made an excellent first loop, and it's all going to be down to the hairpin on this first of 3 legs. And Gwynn up over the jump. Lyle over the jump, up into the hairpin now. Brake lights on, still on, flicks the car in. He's almost just trying to get to the back end right out. Not quite as tidy as Gwynn for my money, although my money is on him as he comes down. It's Gwynn now, round to the outside. Here they come towards the closing stage of this first of 3 legs. Lyle coming up over the bridge. Gwynn coming up on the inside.
Oh, it's going to be a stunning finish here. On the inside is Ian Gwynn. Gwynn's going to have the inside line. Lyle needs to be tidy. They're neck and neck towards the line. It's the best of 3. Ian Gwynn's going to get it on the look towards the line. Listen to the engine noise. The red lights are on and they're off. A great clean start.
Brilliant start from both of them. Absolutely nothing in it, but it's Brian Lyle that goes on the inside. Ian Gwynn on the outside. This is the second leg. Now Lyle's got it all to do to equalise the scores on this leg, and he knows he's got to do it. There he goes, up over the jump. Oh, nose heavy. On go the brake lights. Round to the hairpin. This may have been where he lost it last time. Let's watch him this time. A lot tidier. A little flick out of the back, almost touching the bank. But it's Lyle who really does get away from this now. Ian Gwynn can see him, and Gwynn is the chaser on the first section. Remember, it will be reversed second time round. Here we come. Gwynn up over the, Lyle up over the bridge, takes the jump, a good clean jump. He doesn't break down like Todd did, keeps it going. Ian Gwynn out of the corner into the final section. Gwynn is a little bit closer. We wait and see. Across the line goes Lyle, off the tarmac, and Ian Gwynn is very little in there.
Neck and neck on this second loop. Brian Lyle then on the outside was just off the tarmac as Ian Gwynn on the inside just crossed the line, and they'll chase each other down now. Lyle through the water splash, as Richard said. If Lyle can win this one, we'll get a third run-off. If Ian Gwynn wins it, and Gwynn's not so tiny this time round, Lyle gets the power on quicker, and I'll tell you what, Ian Gwynn has a lot to do here because Brian Lyle is marginally ahead. They'll come up underneath and over the Michelin Bridge respectively, and the first to show us that Gwynn in fact has recovered some ground there. Ian Gwynn on the outside, needs a tiny final corner to get the championship, and he's lost it. He lost it on the final corner. He's all out on the grass, and Brian Lyle, superb. We are going to get a third run-off. Can you believe it? The red lights are on. They're getting up on the cam, and as the lights go out, it's a good clean start from these two. Away they go on the opening loop.
Well, for my money, Brian Lyle was just a shade quicker than Ian Gwynn, and Brian Lyle, of course, won the last one, so at the moment it's advantage Lyle, but Gwynn is no slouch. Lyle up over the jump, spectacular stuff, brake lights on, into the hairpin. This could be crucial for Lyle. We keep an eye on him. It's just a little bit, he's very slick through there, very fast on the out. Lyle leads Gwynn at the moment as they come through. Lyle heading up towards the Michelin Bridge for the last time for him of this weekend, the last of many times. Here he comes, up over, put to the floor, a massive jump, massive takeoff from Lyle. Gwynn comes back into sight as they come to complete the first lap.
Sorry, Richard, yeah, Brian Lyle then out of this one corner, it's back to Understeer. Can he get back on it? Yes, he can, but he's got 4 wheels on the grass. Remember what happened? And they're absolutely locked together. They are absolutely side by side. I know they're not on the track, but believe you me, the Stagger, the way it's worked, there's nothing in this. It's all about this final section of the Roger Clark circuit. Quinn now, does he have the advantage by being on the inside line? Can he be tidy through there? Well, he's not the quickest through there he's been before. He really fishtails out. This will be a dash for the line, but Brian Lara will go the long way round. So Ian Gwynn will finish on the outside. Now that's going to be tight. Who's going to get there to the line? Who is your money on? Here comes Ian Gwynn on the outside line. Brian Lara to the inside. It's going to be all around this final corner. Lara's going to get the lead. Lara gets the power down, working it down, and he does get it. Brian Lara takes the victory on the line by half a car length. Richard, congratulations, your man did it. Let's give them, I'm sure,